Hey guys, Brian Stevens over here at the National Real Estate Post. I want to let you know, for your New Year's resolution or for your Christmas gift as a loan officer, what you should gift to yourself are more non-QM products. That's why I would love to introduce you to my great friends over at Oak Tree Funding. These guys have the most competitive and innovative rates on non-QM programs in the country. You can go to their site, you can run scenarios, and they will meet or beat any rate of any one of their competitors. That is their promise to you. They've been in this space for quite some time, and they are going nowhere. Great folks. Oak Tree. Click this banner right over there. Now I gotta tell you, I saw this on the news a couple of days ago, and this is just taking it straight up to a new level.
It broke new ground!
Okay, this is a group of looters who rushed a Target in Walnut Creek, California. And yes, that's the same Walnut Creek where the Nordstrom's was hit by like 80 people just a couple of weeks ago. So this group dashed a Target and ran off with a bunch of stolen merchandise. Then on their getaway, the thieves were robbed by other thieves who stole their stolen goods.
Minutes, police responding to a number of locations, the Target store on Main Street and the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center. And we have seen, as you can see there, some random acts of violence against retailers.
So avant-garde, it's like life imitating art imitating some kind of crazy nightmare. So here's my question. In the Bay Area, there's no prosecution for theft of goods under $950. But if I steal the less than $950 in stolen goods from the thieves that stole them in the first place, does that law of $950 not prosecutable then transfer over to me, the second thief? And to the victor goes the spoils? Or is it burglary? Burgling a thief on their legally stolen goods. Only in California. So I went to the CFPB's new advertisement directed at folks who've been kicked out of their house due to COVID, or people who've been kicked out of their house getting over leveraged with too many bills, / quitting their job for no apparent reason, and just not making their housing expense payment, then blaming it on COVID relief. And then I clicked on that site. And here's what I got. Page 1, it says, hey, if you've lost your house because of COVID, you're not alone. We can help. So I found the free help that I'm entitled to button over here, and I clicked on it. Then I clicked on the free help that I'm entitled to and clicked on that. Now that took me to this local Solano County site for free housing and the state of California site for free housing, with both sites to help me get, what did they say? Free housing that I'm entitled to, courtesy of the CFPB. So I called and filled out both of the information. Solano Local, they gave me a waiting list, so they didn't give me any free housing. And the state of California, this is what I got. It's a waiting list and it's information for people sick of being on a waiting list and tells them you just got to keep waiting or fill it out again. So it turns out from the CFPB advertisement, nothing is what I am entitled to. But it does beg the question, doesn't it? Why would the CFPB put all this work that's a dead end? It goes nowhere. It almost seems cruel. Y'all remember about a year ago when the CFPB put a soft COVID eviction moratorium in place until the end of 2021? That is about a month away from now. What that means is servicers can and will start evictions on January 1st. You bet your ass they're going to do this. Countless mom and pop investors have also decided that landlord is a title that they don't want to carry anymore and are running from those second homes. And they're running mainly due to no rent payments from their tenants and little to no legal actions that they can take. And then of course there are just those folks who have been suffering the ill effects of COVID for the past 2 years. You do realize that's about how long we've had this COVID moratorium on mortgages in place.
This is the third time we've sheltered in place, reopened, and then sheltered in place again. I'm starting to think no one has any idea what they're doing.
And you do realize that some folks have been not making their payment for 2 years. My God, a 2-year COVID variant? What's that one called?
The Omega plus variant.
You know, the variant of the virus that keeps somebody from working or paying their bills for 2 years. I think if we're going to stick with the Greeks, it's going to be Entitle Mega. I think it's going to be the Entitle Mega strain, for which now there is a vaccine. It's called getting evicted or a loss of those extended federal and state entitlement payments. Now I'm wondering how many viewers that segment is going to cost me. But I'd also like to say, with some folks out there right now, I mean, God, if the shoe fits, I guess you gotta wear it. And for loan officers and Realtors, there's a silver lining in this story if you didn't already catch it, and it's called inventory. Yes, that's right, inventory, and lots of it is on the way. It's going to start slow with owner-occupied single-family residences because most payment-impaired homeowners will sell their home and preserve most of their equity rather than losing it through a foreclosure. But that won't happen until the second quarter of 2022. By the third quarter, we're going to start to see those non-owner occupant properties start to crop up as possible inventory. And both of these points, if left alone, will make for slower home appreciation, which is a good thing for everybody. So why do I bring this up? This is the time, I mean right now, to get those lists of homeowners who are currently behind on payments and get their information. You can buy it, it's just a couple of clicks away. Be it lender or real estate agent, it's good for both of you. You might find it hard to actually get lists of folks that are behind on their housing payment, but you can get lists of owner-occupied houses with folks that have scores sub 620, or pick a number randomly. 620 and lower are folks that are not paying their bills, including their mortgages. Now, if you can get a list of owner-occupied homeowners with folks that have scores less than 600, like in the fives, I guarantee that you'll be able to stock your cabinets with listings and inventory for 2022. Now, here's what I would do if I were a lender. I'd look at my massive pipeline of jaded, aspiring homeowners and see what they qualify for, and then I'd go find that home. You know, that home that has someone with sub 600 credit scores living in it, especially if you tell them that vacating that house, then they're going to be able to pocket X amount of cash in built up equity, or what they lose if they don't sell right now and face a foreclosure. This is giving candy to a baby easy. Further, this is something that you can get off the ground before New Year's. Why? Well, I'll tell you. For 2022, here's what you guys all need to do. Hit the ground running. That's the only thing that you're entitled to.